Hi everybody. Welcome to the Canadian Immigrant Web Conference series in partnership with Access Employment. This industry-specific web conference for internationally educated information technology professionals. And please do note that this is a recorded session. It will be posted on our website to watch for those who cannot attend this live. My name is Baisakhi Roy. I'm the co-editor of Canadian Immigrant Magazine, and we have two very special guests with us today. But before we start our session with our first speaker, I'd request my colleague, Laura Jackman, to share a short video from one of our sponsors, Western Union. Western Union has been supporting Canadian Immigrant, and it allows us to run these free events and webinars for newcomers across the country. So over to you, Laura. Thanks so much, Laura. So let's get started. I'm thrilled to introduce our first speaker, who's joining us from Access Employment, Sharmila Adya. She is the employment consultant for the IT Connections program at Access Employment. She will be touching upon information technology and digital economy trends, including a brief overview of artificial intelligence and its impact on various fields in IT. So over to you, Sharmila. Let me also remind everyone tuning in that you can always put in your questions into our chat and also send us an email at info@canadianimmigrant.ca. So our chat is open for your questions. Sharmila, over to you.
Thank you so much, Baisakhi, for the warm introduction. Good afternoon, everyone. This is Sharmila. I hope you all are doing well, and I'm happy to meet all of you through this platform. I would just like to begin by expressing my sincere gratitude to our community partner, Canadian Immigrant, for actually giving us the opportunity to share insights about Access Employment, the IT Connections program, as well as the recent trends that we are facing within the IT digital economy market as a whole. So I just wanted to ask you if everybody is seeing my screen with the presentation on.
Not now. If you can reshare your screen.
Okay. Just give me 1 second. Okay, can everybody see my screen now?
Yep, we're good.
Okay, thank you. Thanks, Laura. I'll just move ahead and I'll just post a little bit of introduction about myself before we move. Laura, I think we are facing some kind of technical glitch as the slide deck is not moving forward. So maybe if we can upload the slide deck from your side, if that's okay. And sorry for the delay.
Just give me 1 second.
Yeah.
There we go.
Okay, thank you. We can move on to the next slide, Laura. Okay. So as I say, I would just like to start off by giving a little bit of introduction about myself. This is Sharmila. I have been an employment consultant with the IT Connections program at Access for over 2.5 years now, and I have been supporting more than 250 IT professionals actually land into meaningful roles within the Canada's tech sector. Well, my approach towards employment counseling always revolves around providing impactful, hands-on interactive training workshops to our clients related to resume building, interview prep, and job search strategies to boost their confidence as well as job readiness. I also partner with industry tech giants like Accenture, with whom I organize different expert-led mentorship sessions to enhance the job prospects for our newcomer IT professionals. As a certified PMP and Scrum Master myself, I leverage my project management expertise to empower our IT job seekers as well. Previously, I guided a diverse portfolio of over 140 clients as an employment generalist under Employment Ontario program. And outside work, I'm very passionate about traveling and exploring global cuisines. We can move on to the next slide now. Well, at Access, we would like to develop, and we believe in the vision of actually developing a fully inclusive labor force for Canada that is reflective of all the diversity, skills, and experience that are present within the Canada's population and are recently brought by the waves of immigration faced by this country. And we support our vision by assisting job seekers from diverse backgrounds who might be facing barriers to employment by providing different kind of employment services, linking them with employers, as well as building strong networks within our community partners so that they can feel more job ready and can move towards meaningful employment within the country itself. We are present across 7 locations within GTA. So we are present in Toronto, Scarborough, North York, Mississauga, Brampton, Markham, as well as Newmarket. This is a comprehensive range of programs and services that are offered by Access Employment. We have customized job search support services for our clientele, and we provide them with a variety of workshops, tools, and resources. We also do provide our clients with connections to employers through different kind of program engagement activities, job fairs, networking, as well as mentoring sessions for clients who haven't arrived in Canada, but actually wants to have some guidance and insights about how to transition the Canadian landscape, can actually have guidance as well as insights from our pre-arrival services. We also do help our clients who are interested in opening up their business within Canada through entrepreneurship support program, which includes different kind of coaching, business plan developments, communications, as well as a business culture workshops. We also do have bridging and sector-specific program, which are mainly customized for job seekers who are looking for employment within their sectors itself. And this also includes diversified job seekers as well as disadvantaged job seekers, and in various domains across advanced manufacturing, information technology, healthcare, supply chain, HR, engineering, as well as cloud computing. We also do specialized services for undeserved populations, which mainly includes women, youth, bilingual professionals, newcomers, asylum claimants, as well as refugees. We actually complement the core work we do within employment by using different kind of service enhancements, and this includes our language support services through Talk English Cafe, as well as workplace communications training to help learners have the necessary communication skills and an understanding about the Canadian culture. We also do provide speed mentoring sessions, which helps job seekers to actually meet with the mentors in different informal settings. We also help job seekers to get different kind of job opportunities through the job fairs that we regularly conduct within our programs. And besides this, we also help to future-proof our clients and their growth potential by providing different kind of soft skill-based services in order to improve on their communication and help them develop a growth mindset. Access Employment has got 37 plus years of experience in delivering different employment as well as recruitment services. so far, we have been serving 56,000 plus job seekers on an annual basis. We have got around 4,200 plus employers in our network. 85% of our assisted clients have been able to secure employment or have been able to get enrolled in an educational or training program. 86% of these clients are actually immigrants who are coming to visit Canada. And 2,435 pre-arrival immigrants have been also served through our pre-arrival services program before they have actually arrived in Canada. This is a comprehensive model which explains the different components which forms the pillars of our sector-specific bridging program models. One of the pillars is industry engagements. We do have our advisory committee, which is sector-specific, who helps to inform the program development within the sectors. Of course, as I spoke of, future-proofing our clients through different soft skill trainings, such as business communications at the workplace, as well as creative problem solving, as well as emotional intelligence. We also do provide technical training to upskill our IT professionals so that they are more competitive within the Canadian employment market. We collaborate with different community partners as well as colleges and universities to actually provide experiential learning as well as Canadian sector coaching and mentoring services to our clientele. We also do have a very specific sectors focus for our bridging programs where we connect our clients with different industry leaders as well as professionals and try to understand their needs as well as challenges. We also help our clients to acquire a great understanding of the different sector-specific terms through the program itself. In terms of retention and mobility, we also help our clients to learn corporate culture as well as help them understand the expectations of the Canadian employers as they try to secure their first job in Canada. This is a list of all the sector-specific programs that we have at Access. One of the major sector-specific programs is the Information Technology program. There are sector-specific programs related to financial services, engineering, healthcare connections, human resources, supply chain connections, early childhood education, advanced manufacturing, as well as cloud computing. Okay, as we are moving forward and trying to understand the recent trends that are affecting the IT digital economy within Canada, we also want to know the prospects of the employment and how it looks, especially for IT within Canada. So this chart has been retrieved from a report known as Onwards and Upwards Digital Talent Outlook 2025 that was published by ICTC Statistics Canada. And it basically shows the employment growth within the general as well as the digital economy and tries to put a comparative picture normalized to their respective levels in 2020. And as you can see from the chart that while the general economy actually slumped and then partially recovered in the second half of 2020 due to pandemic and consequent recession that followed, the digital economy, on the other hand, surged past its pre-pandemic levels. The chart also shows that the boost in the digital economy in the latter half of 2020, and it continues to have that over the next 5 years, which is from 2020 to 2025. The report forecasts that the employment is actually will actually be growing at an annual rate of 2.2% as compared to 1.97% within the general economy. The next report actually shows the employment forecast for the Canadian digital economy under specific economic scenarios, including optimistic baseline and pessimistic scenarios. Well, according to the report, under the baseline economic scenario, within IT digital economy, we are seeing a forecast of around 250,000 additional jobs by the end of 2025, which means that the employment in the digital economy is going to reach to 2.26 million, or roughly 11% of all the employment within Canada. This particular chart has been created based on the responses that were conducted by ICTC in a national survey, and this was conducted in 2021, and it basically shows how businesses or organizations that are operating within the digital economic space has been significantly reporting the higher usage of different advanced technologies such as artificial intelligence, machine learning, and of course, different digital tools related to security software, online collaboration, as well as cloud solution as we are progressing ahead. This particular slide actually takes a deep dive into AI. AI is such an important trend today, and I'm sure you all must have heard about the enormous revolutionary power of AI. So this ICTC report, The Impact of Digital Technologies on Quality of Work in Canada, actually highlights that while we are still in the early stages of our journey with AI, there is a lot of potential of AI to actually change tasks and our job roles significantly. Although we can't yet pinpoint as to which jobs might be impacted, the report has been positive about AI's ability to enhance roles by automating repetitive tasks and creating meaningful work opportunities for the workers within this market. However, as we move through this uncertain landscape, the report also highlights and puts emphasis on the workers to actually embrace continuous learning mindset and focus on developing more and more on the different human-centric soft skills, basically that AI can't easily replicate. This is a report securing Canada's AI advantage, and it's published in the Government of Canada's website. And basically in this report, from this report itself, it's very clear that AI has got enormous potential to reshape our economy and the way we work. Canada is already a global leader in AI with significant progress in job growth and innovation. To maintain this edge, actually, the government is investing around $2.4 billion in new measures, including building technological infrastructure and supporting startups to scale. And the government believes that these investments will actually go ahead and boost productivity, create high-paying jobs, and ensure the responsible growth of AI within the Canadian economy. We can move ahead. The recent key report, which has been also published by different tech giants such as EY, Microsoft Canada, as well as Deloitte, actually underlines AI's transformative impact on Canada's future. For example, EY's AI Advisory Council, launched with EY.ai, aims at the structured growth in different domains related to internal operations, client transformations, and societal impacts with the help of AI. Microsoft and Accenture actually project that generative AI could actually contribute to around $180 billion annually to the Canadian economy by 2030, saving workers 125 hours yearly and boosting their productivity by 8%, provided AI gets rapidly adopted by the businesses and the labor market in the process. Deloitte stresses that robust collaboration between businesses, technologists, and policymakers is crucial for Canada to lead globally and leverage the social and economic benefits of AI. These are the 10 most in-demand digital roles within the digital economy. And this data has been retrieved from the report published by ICTC in 2023. And it includes software engineers, data engineers, data analyst, manager, software engineering, DevOps engineer, system administrators, data scientists, security analysts, web developers, and engineering managers. The next slide actually speaks about the 3 most in-demand business roles within the digital economy. And by business roles, we mean the job roles which actually needs the workers to have not only a comprehensive understanding of the technical side of things, but also the business side of things. And this includes roles like project managers, business analysts, as well as business development managers. This particular slide actually shows the in-demand roles within the AI labor market, and it includes roles like machine learning engineers, data engineers, system engineers, data scientists, computer science, data analysts, software developers, human factor specialists, ethicists. These are all the roles that are in demand within the AI labor market. And this report, AI and the Future of Workforce Development, published by ICTC, also emphasizes the workers who want to work within this AI domain itself to have a shift from the mindset of being somebody who actually designs, develops, and manages AI to actually being somebody who must understand how to use these AI tools within their domain to improve productivity and optimize efficiency in the process. These are the snapshots of salaries for different IT positions in Canada, which has been retrieved from the website talent.com in 2024. And it shows the high ranges of salaries that are often available to various IT positions within Canada. For a product manager, the median salary is around $145K. For a business analyst, the median salary is around $130K. For a project manager, the median salary is around $85K, and for a software developer, the median salary is around $141K. In the next page, there are a couple of more positions. We can see that the data scientist positions have a median salary of around $135K. Network administrators have a median salary of around $87K. Quality assurance have a salary of around $77K. And user experience designers have a median salary of around $92K, actually highlighting the salary or the high range of salaries that are normally available within the IT jobs in Canada. This slide specifically focuses on what the employers are actually looking for within job applicants who are trying to get into this field. Of course, the employers are looking at the core technical skills that all of you possess. They're also looking at your experience with different specific applications or platforms. So for example, if you're a project manager, they might be looking at your experience with platforms like Jira or other scheduling tools. They will be also looking at your experience with specific business processes within the domain itself, to which IT can be a technical solution. And they will be looking forward to what kind of impact that you have been able to create through your previous job experiences within these business processes in Canada. Besides this, the employers are more and more looking for different kind of soft skills related to communication and interpersonal skills, project management skills, emotional intelligence, creativity, and problem solving, leadership, collaboration, adaptability, and flexibility skills, task and time management skills, client relationship management, and awareness of financial metrics tied to the deliverables that you have been able to perform in your previous work experiences. This slide basically speaks about Access's IT Digital Economic Connections program. So basically through the IT Connections program, we help internationally train IT professionals who do have extensive years of experience within IT back from their home country, actually get closer to their goals of pursuing their careers within IT in Canada. For many of the immigrants, this journey has been very difficult. So this program actually helps the Canadian job seekers as well as participants fill that gap. Through this program, the participants learn about different Canadian IT sector standards as well as terminologies and how to enhance their job search. Through the program, we also provide the job seekers connections to our hiring employers as well as the professionals within our network. Our IT Connections program has been designed in close collaboration with key stakeholders, including our advisory committees, employers, professional associations, as well as academic institutions like Toronto Metropolitan University. These are some of our funders, which includes Government of Canada, Employment Ontario, Immigrations, Refugees and Citizenship of Canada, IRCC, Employment Ontario, as well as United Way Greater Toronto. These are some of our corporate sponsors. Well, for the IT Connections program, Accenture is a major corporate sponsor. There are other corporate sponsors like BDC, BMO, CPA, Toronto Pearson Popular Projects, RBC, Starbucks, TD Commitment Projects. Of course, this is not a comprehensive list of all the corporate sponsors that we have got due to specific limitations of space within the slide deck itself. These are the specific components about the ITC program. So the IT Connections program is 6 weeks to 9 weeks long, and it's offered virtually. The program consists of key core components, which are generally included in the first 6 weeks of the program, followed by some optional components which are provided in the next 2 weeks after the first 6 weeks of the program. So the IT Connections program actually begins with the job search components, which includes informing the job seekers with different IT trends, job application FAQs, helps the clients to do targeted resume building based on the positions that they are trying to apply for, and also help them with the interview preparation. It's followed by the business communications at the workplace that's provided by Toronto Metropolitan University, as well as an experiential learning component associated with this. So basically within the business communications at the workplace, the candidates not only develop their communication skills, but this component actually helps them to delve deeper into different interview questions, actually practice with the cohort those difficult interview questions, get structured feedback, and improve themselves as job applicants in the market. It's followed by Accenture mentorship, which is offered in 2 different sessions. One is a resume critic session, and the other is a mock interview session. Often, job seekers, especially new Canadian immigrants, complain that when they apply for jobs, they often get rejections and don't get the necessary feedback. And that's why we have got this component integrated from Accenture, where Accenture Mentors comes in, sees the resume of our clients and provides them constructive feedback. And the same holds true for mock interviews as well. We also provide connections to different employers and community partners through our guest speaker sessions, which are integrated within this component. We also provide speed mentoring sessions by linking the clients with specific employers and professionals working in different IT organizations within GTA, as well as through Track Mentoring Partnership Program. We also give our clients a 4-month of free access to different online and job search tools like JobScan, IBM Skills Build, as well as Udemy through this program. These tools are basically given to the clients to not only make their resumes AI compliant, but also to help them upskill in different technical components that might be relevant to their careers. We also provide emotional intelligence, design thinking, and creative problem-solving classes. As we saw in the previous government publications, that more and more, in this generation of AI, as the tech landscape is always evolving, employers are more and more seeking for different kind of soft skills within the job seekers, and that's why we have integrated these sessions into our program as well. Besides this, we do give one-on-one support, and this one-on-one support is provided by employment consultants like me, as well as employee liaisons who are also a part of this program. And in the last 2 weeks of the program, we do give our clients free training on SAFe certifications. And this involves 4 modules, which are Agile, DevOps, Scrum Master, as well as Product Owner. Once the clients are able to complete the training, they're able to sit for the exams. And once they're complete with the exams, once they pass it, they're able to get the relevant certifications for those modules. These are some of the employers who have hired our recent graduates, and it includes organizations like Accenture, BMO, CGI, CIBC, Deloitte, IBM, Loblaws, TD Bank, Scotiabank, Manulife, to name a few. Of course, again, this is not a comprehensive list. There are other employers as well who has hired our recent graduates from this program. These are some of the job roles where our recent graduates got hired in, and it includes positions like business analysts, product managers, project managers, scrum masters, software engineers, infrastructure analysts and infrastructure engineers, network engineers, BI developers, and so on and so forth. These are our program eligibility criteria. Since our program is government funded, we of course do scrutinize the applications that comes for this program. So the first criteria that we scrutinize is the immigration status of the client. They should be a permanent resident or a conventional refugee or a refugee claimant with 1 year of work permit at minimum. They can be also internationally trained professionals who have become Canadian citizens but are continuing to face barriers to find employment within the IT sector. They should have recent IT experiences, at least a minimum of 3 years of full-time work experience in their IT field outside Canada. It can be from their home country or other countries that they have lived in. These are the participant requirements for registration. So once our participants who are interested in joining our program attend our information session, they will be able to submit a preliminary set of documents. And once we employment consultants actually approve those preliminary set of documents, they will be able to move ahead to the next stage and fill up the online IT connections registration form. We at Access Employment, we don't charge anything for the services that we provide, but since there is a Toronto Metropolitan University component involved in this program, there is a charge associated, which is $500 plus HST. That's $565 in total. That's charged by TMU. However, if the interested clients actually are eligible for the parameters that are given by the Ontario government, they can have this full fees reimbursed under the OBAP burst bursary, which is Ontario Bridging Program Assistant Bursary, that's available through the TMU. Of course, the clients need to commit to the full length of the program, Monday to Friday. Right now, we are running our cohorts. Our recent cohort started from 4th of November, and the timings are from 10 a.m. Till 3:30 p.m. In most of the days. For some days, when the guest speakers are coming, the session is extending until 5 p.m. in the evening. Of course, we do require commitment to all the program activities from our clients for them to optimize the whole benefit that this program offers, and also dress professionally as they're going through this program to help them walk a professional environment and get career ready. This is one of the graduate testimonials from one of our program participants. And Eamon actually says that in my time in Canada, I have met other IT professionals who have been looking for jobs for 1 or 2 years. They all have great experience and technical skills, but they have not joined Access like I have advised them to do. The program was so great that I feel I have let them down by not convincing them to join Access. I highly advise that this course be mandatory for all the newcomer immigrants. How will skilled people sell themselves if they don't know how? They risk being underemployed and will take longer to be able to contribute to the Canadian economy. I strongly believe that the consequence for not joining this program is losing on real-time job opportunities. The benefits of the program are life-changing and career-changing. These are some of the snapshots from our IT Connections program, mainly taken from our graduation days, as well as our annual speed mentoring events, and also from our sessions with Accenture. That should be it for today's presentation. Thank you so much for being with me in this session. And I'll just now open the platform for any questions you might have regards this program. The last slide of this program actually had the contact details for my manager, as well as myself and my colleague Obada. So if you just want to display that in case the participants want to reach us.
Yes, you can also, if you want to, I just want to remind all the participants that the recording and the slideshow will be available on our website, our socials. But in the meantime, if you can take the information from here, Sharmila's contact details are on the last slide if you want to directly sort of ask her a question. But our chat is blowing up a bit. We probably can't take all questions, but we'll try to address a few before we move on to our next speaker. One of the questions in our chat is, in which regions are IT jobs concentrated in Canada?
Well, the IT jobs are mainly concentrated within the GTA, within the Toronto, within the Vancouver market, right? As well as in the Calgary market, I would say. So I think for one to actually take advantage of more into the IT jobs, they need to identify which are the sectors within Canada that are growing rapidly with the different changes within the IT job itself, and actually also might be making plans for settlement within those regions.
Okay. We have another question from our participant. She asked, do you have any statistics of successful job placements after your IT Connections program? How many people after your program could really find IT jobs? So is there like a sense of that you can give us with the placement statistics?
Yes, sure. So our program has been very successful so far. We have got around a statistic of 90% to 95% of placement for the clients who join our program. Of course, we need to keep in mind that different clients whom we intake into our program comes up with different abilities to absorb the different components of the program and might take different timelines. So we remain with the client just after the program ends. It's not that they stop connecting with us. They will be in touch with us for around an year or so, and we will continue to help them according to their requirements as well as needs for them to gain employment.
Right. We'll take one last question about this is a very skill specific question. So I hope we can get some answers. Uh, Somebody's asked, for those interested in AI roles, which programming languages or tools are considered must-haves in the Canadian job market, and how important are skills like in emerging areas like machine learning or natural language processing, cloud computing? How big is this space in the Canadian IT industry?
Well, thank you for that question. That's a very interesting question. As I said, like we are just at the onset of, where we are seeing like the potential of AI and what AI and how it can revolutionize the job market. Of course, in terms of like different tools, I would say that most of the software tools are right now integrated with AI. For example, Salesforce, for example, Jira, for example, Microsoft Copilot. So based on which domain you are in, try to look for those sector-specific tools, and especially if they're integrated with AI, perhaps do some upskilling courses related to those applications that might help you to further progress within this domain.
Well, thank you, Sharmila. Like I said, we have a lot of questions in our chat as well as the Q&A section, but we need to move on to our next speaker. But for those who still have questions around this topic that they want Sharmila or Access to address, please feel free to send them to Sharmila at Access. Her contact details will be in the presentation, which will be posted on all our socials and canadianimmigrant.ca. You can also email us at info@canadianimmigrant.ca, and we will pass on the questions to the experts at Access. Thank you so much, Sharmila, for your time today and for a very insightful and informative presentation. You got a lot of ground covered in that. So appreciate you taking that effort. And I hope everyone's gained something from this, taken away something from this presentation. So thank you, Sharmila, again.
Thank you so much, Baishaki. Thank you, Canadian Immigrant, as well as Laura for helping me throughout this session. Thanks.
Moving swiftly on to our second speaker, we are thrilled to welcome Jasmine Garib, a software engineer on the Viva Engage team at Microsoft Vancouver. She will be talking about opportunities in the tech sector, resources, what kind of a mindset do you need to crack the job market, what kind of skills, essential skills do you need to crack an IT job in the IT sector. She also has some tips on networking, including ideas on switching careers or blending careers, blending your interests. So should make for a very interesting conversation. Jasmine, welcome.
Hello, everybody. Thank you. Let me know if you can hear me well. I just recovered from a cold, so I'm sorry if my voice is not very pleasant right now.
We can hear you fine. No problem.
Oh,
yeah.
Perfect. Thank you, Canadian Immigrants. Thank you, Sharmila, for the interesting and very informative presentation. I wish I knew all these info before I moved here because it was very helpful. I'm going to share my screen before starting. Let me know if everyone can see my screen. Just a second.
Perfect.
Can everyone see my screen?
Yeah, we're good.
Perfect. Okay. So my name is Jasmine, and I am a software engineer on the Viva Engage team in Microsoft Vancouver. I came to Canada to finish my studies, and my background is actually not in software. I studied electrical engineering at UBC. And I worked in the electrical engineering field for a year, but then I saw there are a lot of great opportunities in the software development area. So I switched to software development, and I started working in a market research company in their software division team for about 4 years. And after that, I joined Microsoft as a software developer. and it's been around 3.5 years that I've been here. My love for technology and computers honestly fuel my daily work, and I thrive on solving complex problems and collaborating with talented colleagues. As an immigrant here, it was very hard at the beginning. It was a lot of challenges. English was my second language. I had to overcome language barriers, and also the methods of studying was different. So it was a lot of challenges, but I've learned a lot. And I think the resilience that I developed during that time continues to help me go through the challenges and positively influence me. Outside of my professional life, I have deep passion for outdoors, particularly hiking and biking, and Vancouver is perfect for that. And also I try to give back to community by mentoring. Currently, I mentor some of the undergrad students who study in UBC that are in tech and want to have a future in this industry. I try to give back during those volunteer hours. And I was really excited to be part of this event and just share a little bit about my journey and maybe help a few that are going through the same kind of path. I'm going to the next slide. Let me know if you can actually see the next slide. It's moving for me, so hopefully you guys can see it as well. So the opportunity in tech sector, it's I would say this is the tech sector now is going under rapid growth in fields like AI, cybersecurity, software development, and data science. So I would say if you're interested in any of those fields, this is a great time to be involving in that, and then highly demand for skills professionals to tackle complex challenges. Constant evolution of technology. There are so many resources for growth. There are so many online courses that you can join. Just naming a few: Coursera, edX, LinkedIn Learning. There are so many boot camps and for skill buildings. And also there are online platform to access for a mentorship, so you can have a mentor, you can have a professional guide you and support you. There are open sources communities that you can collaborate. So like something like GitHub, you can put your project online, you can ask for different opinions. So it's really great time to build your skills. Also having a winning mindset, adaptability to stay current with the changing technology and overcoming the challenges and setbacks. So for myself, I would say I did a lot of interviews, I got rejected, but I think going back and correcting yourself, if you're applying for a job and then you get rejected, maybe ask for a feedback. There are so many helpful people out there that would sit down with you and they would say, okay, you need to work on this, this, and this. And there are sometimes that you don't get any feedback. They can't share it because of company policies, but that's okay. But I don't think you should get disappointed, and the setbacks should not stop you. The key skills in that you need is, of course, technical skills. You can work on coding, data analysis, machine learning, cybersecurity. The soft skills are as important as the technical skills, I will say. So communication and teamwork and collaboration. Those three, I would say, are the key parts, because even though if I would talk about myself. Like, I started working in Microsoft on a Ruby language that I had no idea, and I started learning it because if you learn one language, it's really easy to transfer those skills. But having a good teamwork and being able to communicate your skills and transfer your skills, I would say it's really important in this industry as well. Um, we talked about continuous learning. I would just highlight again, even during our work hours, we dedicate some part of our Fridays to learning new skills and then coming and talking about what we learned after each session, because the industry and changing, AI, introducing AI into programming, integration. I always have this talk with my manager that the AI is here. Is it going to take our job? And then we have this interesting conversation that he always says that it's not going to take away the job, but it's going to give you that time that you would sit down and I don't know, make a presentation. So that AI is going to do that for you, and then you have more time that you can build up on your skills. So it's going to free up a little bit about your time, and then you can build new skills and grow your skills. So that's something that I always think about. So adaptability and resilience. Whenever you fail, I would say always learn from the failures and have a checklist. Make a list for yourself. These are the points that I want to work again on it. Build more knowledge so that I can be better, and do not get disappointed or discouraged from a failure that you face. The next thing that I wanted to talk on is the resources, networking, and career transitions. So this, the networking part of it really helped me find my jobs in the current job market. And there are some key points that I wanted to talk to you about. Excuse me. Okay, so sorry, I need a second to have some water. Okay, so we've all been to networkings, and we know it's group of people, some people from companies and some people who are actually job hunting. But I would say when you're going to a networking event, be meaningful. So don't go there just to job hunt. Build relationships. Excuse me. Try to build relationships with like-minded people that you see there. So after the networking event, try to connect with the people that you see. Always ask for their LinkedIn. If you have your resume handy, or if you have a card, it is great to give that out, and always reach out after the session so that the people that you've seen, you're fresh on their mind, and they can actually connect with you and remember you with the conversation that they had with you. So if there's an opportunity that they see, they can actually reach out to you, and you will have that great exposure in that sense. I would say attend all the networkings, industry events, conferences, webinars, meetups. If you're looking for a job, it's really great to meet new people, even if you don't meet hiring managers and you just meet individual professionals. They can actually be a link for you for another opportunity that you don't see straight ahead. So it's always great to participate, start a conversation, and follow back. So that's something that I think it's really important. Another thing that I would say it is a must, and it's a huge help in finding a job, is leverage LinkedIn. There's so many hiring managers going through LinkedIn and optimizing the profiles of the candidates that they're going to hire. So always have your LinkedIn updated, even if you don't have that much of an actual experience. You have projects that you've worked on that you can leverage, and you can use the skills that you've built on those projects to for your next career. Join the cross-industry groups. So seek out to communities and organizations that bring together professionals from different sectors. Tech meetups, you can leverage that. And also you can find mentors who can help you in this journey. So you can actually ask if they have a few minutes to do a Zoom call, or just have a cup of tea with you, just ask for their opinion. There are so many people that are willing to help you. You just need to ask. Another thing that I would say is experiment with side projects. So if you're interested in, if you're an engineer and you're interested in data science, try to have a side project for yourself. So that you can build your skills, so that you can see, okay, what are you missing? What courses do you need to take? And that way you can showcase your interest and actually build your skills for your next job or a career change that you're trying to find. I'm going to the next slide. Okay, so I talked a little bit about building resources. I would also mention this, utilize the online forums that you can access, participate in communities like Reddit, Stack Exchange, Slack groups where people share their knowledge and professional opinions. These are just a few, so there are so many that I didn't mention here, but there are so many communities that you can join, and you can actually build on your skills. Honestly, nowadays the sky's the limit. So I don't think 24 hours is enough for us to actually have enough hours to go through everything. But I think utilizing and maximizing this is great. I think another thing that I wanted to talk about is the career transition tips. So if actually your interests change during the time of the time that you have a job and you're trying to switch. So something that I did myself, I was in electrical field and I switched to software. I started writing down the skills that I was missing. So I had to make my coding skills a bit more stronger so that I could actually pass the interviews. And after getting the job, I should actually really spend more time in learning new language and trying to transfer my skills over. So before embarking on a career change, take the time to evaluate your passions, strengths, and long-term aspirations. And then understanding what you seek and your motivation will help you remain focused. And then you can make a well-informed decision about your next steps. The second thing that I would say is recognize your transferable skills, which is really important here. So look at your existing skill set and pinpoint the transferable skills that you can have that's applicable to your new area. So for example, communication, project management, problem solving. Emphasize this in your resume and discussion to illustrate how your background is actually relevant. So enhancing those skills. So gain the essential skills that you require for your new career through online courses, certification. I got my PMP because I thought at the beginning of my career, I thought I'm really interested in project management. I got my PMP. After I started my software development job, I actually worked with a PM to see what they're working on, and then if this actually interests me. But I got my PMP even before I started looking for a project management job, so that really opened my eyes. So develop your expertise in your desired field so that you can actually make sure that that is something that you want to go and work for. I think connect with your new industry. So start working with professionals in your target sector and then participate in the industry events that you want to become part of. And that will actually give you tremendous information so that you can make an informed decision and then look at the job openings in that areas. Revise your resume on LinkedIn if you're trying to do a career change. So optimize those transferable skills in your new LinkedIn profile, in your resume, so that you emphasize on those skills. And yeah, I think it's just a lot of repeating on the skills that you need to build, the courses and the online platform, taking advantage on that. But I think it's a great opportunity to be a part of tech industry right now, and there are a lot of resources for anyone to explore what they interest them and to become better in what the field that they are trying to be in. And yeah, there are lots of opportunities. I feel like I'm just repeating myself, but I had a great journey. I never thought that I could be part of a great company like Microsoft, but I think with hard work and a lot of failure at the beginning, you can get where you want. And yeah, just ask me any questions that you have. I think my LinkedIn, I can share my LinkedIn with you all, and that's all about the slides that I have. I'm going to stop sharing, and then maybe we can open the Q&A.
Thanks so much, Jasmine, for soldiering through that. I mean, it's a pretty bad cold.
Yeah.
I hope you're feeling okay. Thank you, though, for sticking on with us, especially since you're unwell, and just sharing so much of your personal journey, because I think people identify and relate to that a lot more. So there are a few questions in the chat, but there was one that I want to ask you about. Would you recommend, like a lot of people also try to sort of network online, and in your experience, are there any online platforms, meetups, online events specific to professionals in the IT sector that you've benefited from, that you would perhaps
yeah, for sure. I would say the best one that I would suggest with everyone is LinkedIn. There are lots of people who would share networking events through LinkedIn that you can actually join, the meetup groups, and also virtual events that you can go through on LinkedIn. I can share more the links with you after the event, but for me, the majority was through LinkedIn.
Right. Someone's asked in the chat, can you please share your preparation for software development jobs and joining Microsoft? I guess your prep before joining Microsoft, what was your preparation like?
So I think when someone gets an interview, the first thing is Googling top 100 questions that you get in a technical interview. So that's what I did. And also, I took some programming courses in Coursera. So to build on my previous experience, but like there are so many questions online that they can go through the technical interviews for, and they're very similar for Amazon, Meta, Microsoft, Google. And another thing that I wanted to highlight is when you're going through an interview, you don't have to know all the questions. Honestly, some of the question I had no idea, but I was sharing my thoughts with the interviewer, and they were seeing that I was eager to learn and also open to suggestions. Like we were actually having a conversation during the interview, so it's not like you have to get 100% all the question correctly. So I would say practice as much as you can, but then if you're in an interview and one of the question you don't get it wrong, don't get disappointed and just like move on and then try to tackle the next ones.
Are there any specific unique scenarios that one gets asked in an IT interview in Canada?
I would say all the interviews that I've been were different. I can't say there was like one question.
Right. The previous the previous panelist also spoke about emotional intelligence and things like that. How can someone prepare for behavioral or situational sort of questions asked by Canadian employers in the IT sector?
Yeah, so so before my interview, I watched a lot of YouTube channels about how to answer questions in an interview with Microsoft, with Amazon. So there were lots of even courses that it was like 2-hour videos on YouTube that you can watch. And it was like very helpful because it would tell you that this is the best way to handle these type of questions. And it was talking about just the behavioral questions mostly. So I would say YouTube is your best friend in this area because it would actually you can find videos for hours that would go through this.
Right. One question in the chat says, I want to work on a few Microsoft certifications. Is Dynamics 365 a good path? Any suggestions?
I don't know if that's the best one that I would, if they're in Canada, I would say BCIT would be definitely a great resource for getting some certification. And also, this certification itself is not that important than you knowing the skills and having the skill set and you being able to show that skill set through the interview. So I don't think they would whitelist you if you have a certain certificate on your resume. It's good to have it, but if you don't have it, it's okay as well. If you are able to show that you have the skills, that's also a great way to be shortlisted for an interview.
You mentioned BCIT, right?
BCIT, yes.
Okay.
British Columbia Institute of Technology.
Okay. So that's BCIT. We will put that in the chat. Slava's asked, what would you advise IT professionals who have faced a feedback as being overqualified for their jobs, for the position?
I would say like overqualification, in my opinion, it's always try to apply for a job that you're qualified, and even if you have 50% of the qualification that they post. So if you're a senior person and applying for a junior position, obviously you're going to be overqualified. I would always suggest try to apply for the position that your resume is representing you by. So if you want to start as a junior position and you have like more than 10 years of experience, of course, that's not really good. So I would say adjust your experience based on the position that you want to apply for.
Right. Another question for all those asking whether this will be available, this presentation in its entirety and our chat and this whole web conference will be available on our socials and on our website. So you will have an opportunity to go over this at your leisure. So do not worry if you're busy right now and can't stay till the end. Another question an attendee asks is, could you share which specific skills or tools you focused on when transitioning from electronic engineering to software development, and what resources or strategies helped you the most in making that career shift?
Yeah, for sure. So I took some courses on programming with C++ and also Java. And we had some computer programming courses we had to do during our electrical engineering degree. So I had the background, but then I took some courses on programming C++ and Java, and I also started some small side project on GitHub, so I could build on those skills. But I think any programming languages that it's transferable. So take on any course that you think you're interested in programming, and then try to learn that deeply, and then you can easily learn another language based on that.
Right. There's a very specific LinkedIn question about how to make your profile stand out on LinkedIn. And it can be generic, but something that you did that
for me, it was I always had my education certification and the projects that I've worked on updated on my LinkedIn. So it's not like you say I worked in this company from this year to this year. I specifically said I worked on with these languages on these platforms, and I went in more details and actually wrote down in bullet form of what I specifically worked on. So I think that was really helpful. And also another thing that I would suggest is be active on LinkedIn. So don't just put your job experience or education. Try to share articles that you think it's interesting. Try to get inside the threads and comments and actually exchange ideas on LinkedIn so that you're active in that community that you want to join.
Right. And I think we'll take one final question. There's this niggling demand sometimes of Canadian experience, and a lot of newcomers don't have that. So we have a question about, do free volunteer hours, can that be counted as experience in the IT sector? Definitely try to volunteer. That was, I think, one of the points in my PowerPoint that I forgot to talk about. So try to volunteer in the specific area that you want to find a job in. And there are so many opportunities that you can find on different companies' website. You can it's totally unrelated. I volunteered for at the BC Cancer Agency on their tech department before I find a job. So it's like you can find volunteer opportunities and build on your skills, and then add that into your resume, add that into your LinkedIn. And not only it's great to have as a skill set, it's they see that you have volunteered there. It's an actual like a plus for you. Okay. One final question, because I'd like to know this one too. How long did it take you to build the skills needed for software development and start getting interview opportunities? What was your time? I think for me, it was around a year. So when I was working as an electrical engineer, it was like a year break in between until I found my software development job. And during that time, I took some courses and just like build on my skills in order to get, my first software development job. Well, thank you. I think you've been more than generous, Jasmine, with your time and your expertise, your insights, your very informative, very comprehensive presentation, all on a day when you're under the weather and a lot of talking. So thank you so much for this. We have a lot of questions coming in the chat, and for that reason, we'd love you to share your contact details. I know you already shared your LinkedIn, and for anyone who's missed out or couldn't stay till the end, or have more questions that could not be answered during this session, do reach out to Jasmine and to Sharmila from Access. Their emails are in the chat. This presentation will be available on all our social channels and our website. So I'd like to wrap this session up by saying thank you to everyone, all our attendees, for attending our web conference series, which is conducted in partnership with Access Employment. A special thanks to Sharmila Adya and Jasmine Garib for joining us today, for sharing their skills and expertise with everyone. Again, if you have any questions, email Sharmila or Jasmine, or send us an email at info@canadianimmigrant.ca, and we shall connect you to the experts. If you are in the Mississauga area, please join us for our Mississauga Canadian Immigrant Fair that's happening next Thursday at the Living Arts Center. And you can find more details about a career fair near you at canadianimmigrant.ca/career fair. With that, we come to the end of this edition of our web conferences. See you for the next one. And thank you again, Sharmila, and thank you again, Jasmine, for being with us today. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.